obviously in the abstract we're looking at head and neck cancers, HPV positive head and neck cancers. But before that, and previously in 2017, we came up with the idea of the genomic adjusted radiation dose. And that's sort of leveraging a previously developed gene signature that measured radiosensitivity pretty much as a continuous variable. But the genomic adjusted dose allows us to do is use sort of canonical equations from radiobiology. So equations that we've been using in radiation oncology for years and years to understand how doses affect tumors. But those have all made assumptions that, maybe one tumor type is different from another. So maybe lung is different from head and neck is different from breast. But within each, we make the assumption that everyone's the same. The new gene signature really shows us what we all know as clinicians, which is that every patient is different. But previous to the gene signature, we weren't able to delineate quantitatively any of those differences. But then armed with a gene signature, what we're able to do is go back to our original equations that sort of all radiation biologists know and use the gene signature as a substitute for individual patient heterogeneity and use that to predict, instead of just giving a dose of radiation, we can actually predict the individual patient's benefit. And so a series of 2 papers in 2017 and 2021, both in Lancet Oncology, which I can provide the links for, give us sort of a rationale showing that given enough statistical power, we could provide those predictions in a meaningful way. Prior to this study, however, each individual disease site was underpowered. And so we would have to pool our analyses to really get a meaningful statistical result. However, in this new study, we were able to get about 250 patients from a large European cohort, but a pan-European cohort with a lot of oropharynx cancers, and we were able to look more deeply in a single disease site and found there indeed that the genomic adjusted dose is more predictive or is predictive, whereas normal dose is not.